all. Liberty and justice for all.
Okay, well, we have a lot of people here. Our May 2 meeting, so it's filled with opportunities to celebrate many of our successes, and we have a lot to be grateful for. So I'm going to toss it over to Mr. Thode. We usually lots of great athletic recognitions for this meeting, and Mr. Thode, our athletic director, will kind of take over from the Thank you, Mr. Thode.
Thank you. So it's a great evening. I'm going to start off with our unified basketball team. We actually just a couple days ago had our senior night, so we honored our seniors who are involved in our program. This is our first year in the program, and I addressed the crowd, and one of the messages I told them that in my 25 plus years in athletics in schools, this team has been the most amazing one I've ever experienced because it is just everything about the purity of athletics, of kindness, of care, of teamwork. They've become my heroes, and I told them that on senior night. And just a couple of days ago, or maybe it was even yesterday, I just got an email. And I got an email regarding one of our participants, Nolan Kennedy, who, when we played Riverhead on that senior game, one of the boys from the other team was crying at the end of the game when they shook hands. And Nolan, without it being asked, went up to that child and made them feel better and got them to stop crying. And the coach actually emailed me, and I forwarded it to the coaches and Mr. Kennedy. And it's just an example, just one example. As I watched the home games in particular, I saw all of these kids helping each other or helping the other team. It's just an amazing thing. And the ref grabbed me at the last game. He goes, every high school kid should come to one of these games to see what it's all about. And it's true. So I'm going to pass it on to Coach Doherty and Coach Zlatnitsky. Coach Doherty is our first-year health and phys ed teacher, and Ms. Zlatnitsky is our veteran and an alumni. So I want to pass it on to them, and they're going to do a little presentation for you all.
So we just want to thank you for having us today. We're really excited to showcase our program. Like Mr. Thode said, it has been the most amazing experience, and our kids have had such a blast, and they've really enjoyed it. So they really put together this whole presentation, and they're going to be the ones to kind of explain their experience and really just speak from the heart about what this is all about and why it's so important. So I'm going to turn it over to some of our leaders here.
Again, we just want to say thank you so much for having us here today to showcase our team. It has been such an amazing journey with all these people. We've had so much fun, and it's been so enjoyable for everybody involved. For those who are unfamiliar, Unified is a varsity sport sanctioned by the New York State Public High School Athletic Association, and it just kind of brings kids with and without intellectual disabilities to play together as one team.
As students compete against other schools, they're bonded together by a common goal and end up building friendships along the way. Ultimately, this helps increase inclusivity and acceptance of all students. We wanted to take the opportunity tonight to share the journey of unified sports at CM from where we started to where we are now and where we hope to be in the future.
Over here.
Nope, that way.
Sorry. I'll say it. Thank you.
Where we started for 9 consecutive years, Senator Regis students have represented our district at the Long Island Special Olympic Games. This year, our very own Ryan Baconator won gold medals in the javelin and 50-meter events.
So this is part of the partnership with PE class. So when this fellow asked us to join the partnership PE class, we had zero hesitation. From the first day we walked in and met all of the new friends, we knew it was going to be such a great experience. In the beginning of the year, I felt kind of shy, and I could tell the other kids did too. When a child would do something that they weren't supposed to,
I would never say anything to stop them, but that soon changed because I realized that it was a learning experience for them and for us. Some kids in the beginning of the year wouldn't even touch the fishing pole that Miss Perlow had. We had the big fishing poles. It was really fun. But by the end of the year, they were all like ready to go out fishing for real life. It was so great to watch. Seeing these kids grow up felt so wonderful, and I realized that they didn't see us as an outsider, but they saw us as friends. Yeah.
Okay, so this is from our Unified PSI Lovely Day volleyball tournament. This year we hosted a unified volleyball tournament that was a non-competitive version of the traditional volleyball tournament we did last year. Students with and without intellectual disabilities came together to support mental health awareness in a unified way.
Yeah.
Just give it a thumbs up.
This was our unified nitro ball tournament, which was really fun. We had these like really cool shirts made, and it was just so fun because there didn't have to be a winner. No one lost. It was just a great way to get together and play sports like as a team. So, yeah, it was really great.
We just wanted to thank you again for giving us this amazing opportunity. This is a video showcasing our entire season and how much fun and amazing it was.
I enjoy how social everyone is and how easy it is to make friends here. My favorite part of Notified is when kids help taking shots and also like when someone takes a shot, I like when they miss, they have to put it back perfect.
I would say that Unified is a good experience to give some other kids that don't have the same things and stuff that we have. And it's just a good opportunity to make new friends and also impact others as well.
My favorite memory is seeing how much fun the kids have playing basketball and going to all the different games and just having fun with them.
So when I'm sitting in the bench with Cole, Cole responds to me, sometimes he was like, oh, last time it was like, can you please dunk it for me? Can you please dunk it for me? That's what I'm working on hard. I like dunking for it, seeing Abby, Ryan too, they also know there's nothing really nice. I love these two guys.
Favorite part about Unified is I bond with Steve for excited. That's my favorite part.
Favorite part is the food that is and packing. And keep on looking.
My favorite part of Unified is the fact that you go out there, have fun, you don't worry about things, don't worry about messing up, and you feel part of the team regardless of how good or bad you are.
Unified means a lot to me, so I grew up with the program Unified. So just knowing that the program now where I can have fun with all those people and make good memories means a lot to me.
I just like how cheerful, nice everyone is to each other. They
It's so supporting, and everyone's so kind and nice and cheering on everyone. So,
Okay, so this is our unified day, which is going to be May 30th this year, and our theme is luau. Brings together the unified basketball team as well as the partnership with PE classes, and it's always really fun. Mr. Salty comes, we're in a photo booth and dancing, and it's just a fun way for everyone to get out there and get active. So, yeah. So one of our biggest goals is to become a nationally recognized unified champion school. This basically means that we have an inclusive climate and exude a sense of collaboration, engagement, and respect for all members of the student body and staff. A unified champion school receiving a national banner recognition is one that demonstrates commitment inclusive by meeting 10 national standards of excellence. We currently have 8 out of the 10, and with the help of the board, we hope to meet the rest of by next year. And we have a basketball. And with the board, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So just real quick to wrap up the unified presentation, a couple of thank yous. I do have to thank Mr. Kennedy because he really helped spearhead this and educate us and give us the resources. Supporting us and editing this, Dr. Soto for the special ed help on all of our educators, coaches and educators that come to practices, come to games and support the kids, to our mentors and our players. But I also really want to take an opportunity to thank the parents and families of our students, because for some parents, this is their experience in athletics, and it's a special one. And it changed my life. I believe it's changed all of their lives, and it's only put positive in the world. So thank you all again. If you don't mind, if you can stand in front and take a picture. If you'd like the board members, if you'd like to come up and take a picture, at least one of you, or I don't know if you have a location. I will also post the video on the website so that you can hear it better. Yeah, can you get that light on there?
I just want to echo Mr. Phillips' thoughts. This Board of Education several years ago, we had the standalone goal around DEI and SEL. And I have to say, around the SEL piece, as a superintendent, as Board of Education, we're always looking for ways for kids to connect to school in some way. But more than that, you want kids to connect meaningfully. And there is no more meaningful way to connect than this. All too often when we think of the words diversity, equity, and inclusion, we maybe think about just along racial lines or something like that. But diversity means so much, and it could be anything from sexual orientation and gender to different abilities. And I have to say that this is one of the most inspiring things that I've ever seen. So I'll echo Mr. Lowe's sentiments on that. And I can guarantee you that this board supports your goal to be recognized as a champion school. So thank you for your work, guys. It's really about you kids getting it done. And certainly, Mr. Kennedy, thank you for your support as a new board member as well.
All right, here we go. And I also just want to point out, the crowd is bigger at your games than the boys' basketball. No offense to the boys' basketball.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to call up the girls' volleyball team, our championship girls' volleyball team. So traditionally, we unveil the banner that will go in the gymnasium, and I'll have the girls hold this while I say a few words. Unfortunately, both coaches are out of town. She's on the phone? All right. Jean, can you take a picture?
I can.
Okay. So I wanted to say a few words about this team, and you might think, when you look at all those titles and all those championships, you might think it's about their winning. And I'm not going to talk about their winning, I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. Because we all saw this, I know the parents saw this from a very early age with this group, who's pretty much all of them have been together since they were little. They've put time in year-round. They've traveled all across the world, basically, to play volleyball, to practice volleyball, to hone their craft. Summers in the gym, in the heat, doing everything under the sun to be great. So it's the effort, the attitude, the commitment that's important. But that's not what's really important about them. They're tremendous volleyball players. okay? But they're all well-rounded young ladies. These are the kids that lead our school. These are some of the kids that lead our school in everything they do, whether it's community service, whether it's academics, whether it's sports, whether it's anything under the sun. And that's what's important about extracurricular activities, whether it's athletics, whether it's music, whether it's robotics, or any of the offerings that we have. We tend to see the people involved being successful in all aspects of their life, which makes them marketable and wonderful adults. So I'm so proud of who they are as people, probably more so than what they did on the volleyball court. But I do want to point out the competitive nature of this group. They are super competitive, and I'm just going to use one example. First of all, when we went up to the state championships, we had a problem with the hotel. It was bed bugs and garbage and whatever. We had to change. So I'm trying to get a change of hotel, whatever. But we had the opportunity to go out to restaurants, have a nice time. And we were at one restaurant, and I'm eating, and the girls are eating, and the parents are there, and we're having a great time. And all of a sudden, I look back, and I see a pool table. And I see Julia hustling some Tommy. I'm watching, and she's kicking his butt. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get into a fight. But it's just an example. They're super competitive, but more importantly, they're wonderful people. They're wonderful young adults. I care deeply for them and about them. I'm so proud of them. It was a great ride, and I don't care if we ended up in the semifinals. We could have won it all. And I will go to my grave with that one. So I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. I am going to miss those of you that are leaving. But you've done something special. You've been the first for girls volleyball, and that will never change. So congratulations. I'm going to be Instagram famous in 30 seconds. There we go. All right, my third and final presentation, I'm going to ask Coach O'Brien and Coach Bielski to come up here. So we're here to acknowledge outstanding careers. And I can sit here for a long time, and I have the information of the 2 state championships, the countless regionals, Long Island championships, county championships, league championships, wins, which are over 300. But I'm going to focus on a couple of other things that I think are important that I've noticed in my 13 years here. First of all, you should know between the two of them, I believe there's 51 years, collective years of coaching boys hockey. 51, I think it's 27 and 24, something like that. So 51 years of their lives, 27 and 24, they've committed to the soccer program here. That is amazing in itself, okay? But I also want to focus not on the wins, not on the losses, not on the awards, and there are plenty. I want to focus on some of the things that I've noticed, again, in my 13 years. One is, I don't think they've ever cut kids. They've kept 30 kids on a team, 35 kids. They've kept kids in the program as much as they could, no matter how difficult it was. And it is difficult when only 11 play. That is a testament to who they are as people. I will talk to you about the situations that I see when Coach Bielski is sitting on a soccer ball and he's talking to a kid about life, or about a situation that happened on the soccer field that he can pertain to life and the child can learn from and grow from, okay? I can talk about the countless kids who have graduated our program who have gone on to be successful doctors and lawyers and law enforcement and military and done wonderful things in their careers, which is what's going to happen with our graduating seniors and beyond. These two gentlemen have influenced countless people's lives in the soccer world. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job to coach anything, especially for 27 and 24 years. Sometimes not even together it's easy for them to get to coach, but they kind of worked off each other. I'm so proud to have been able to meet them and see them in their craft, because the dedication and the commitment to what they do and who they are is outstanding. And I've been blessed. I am so thankful. I respect these two immensely for everything they have done and everything they have to deal with in the roles that they've had over the many, many years. But the best part is the positive influence you both have had on kids in the community. And again, another alumni in our coaching ranks. And I do want to point that out, because Coach Lednitsky and Coach Bielski, and we have plenty of others who are in our program who grew up here, who want to be part of here, and who are influencing kids in a positive way. But you're tremendous people, more than you are coaches. I respect you more than anything, and I thank you for everything you've done for our district.
Very inspirational, thank you.
Just a couple of other comments. Well, no, you guys are good. As far as the superintendent's report, a couple of other things I would just acknowledge, and I want to just take a moment. Destiny Blackwood was acknowledged today by the Suffolk County High School Principals Association for the Leadership Award, and it's an award that just really identifies kids who truly are leaders. And there are only 5 of these in the entire county. There are roughly 70 high schools in the county, and Nurse Magnolia put an application for her, and she won a scholarship based on all of the leadership activities. The ALS Walk is being one of the things that she's heavily involved in, as well as PS I Love You Day, and all the other things that she does at the high school. Just such an exceptional student. I'm so proud of her that I had an opportunity to see her there. So that was a wonderful event. So just want to acknowledge Destiny. And then secondly, of course, I want to thank our entire community, in particular St. Richard's Teachers Association, the St. Richard's PTO, the Red Devil Pride Club, NYO, our Music Booster Club. All of these organizations really pitched in to, kind of really support our budget, get behind our school district, so that we would have a positive budget vote yesterday. And really, I just can't thank them enough and express our gratitude to all those organizations. And if I missed anybody, everybody else that was out there kind of rooting for what was a really responsible budget that this board worked very hard to put together. So very grateful for that, and congratulations to Mr. Kennedy. We know you're going to be a great addition to the Board of Education, and so offer you congratulations and welcome. Thank you. And I think that's all for me for now.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Sarah. That brings us to the first.
Thank you guys so much. That was amazing. Ladies. Really
Our pleasure.
Brings us to the first of 2 comment sessions of tonight's meeting. This comment session would be for items on the agenda only. There will be another opportunity to speak on general topics for those who wish to. If you wish to speak, we have a sign-in sheet at the back, along with some guidance for speaking. Anyone? Okay. Financial reports. Be resolved, the Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the superintendents of schools, accepts the following financial reports. Internal Claims Audit Report, April 2024. Student Activity Treasurer's Report, March 2024, April 2024. Treasurer's Report, March 2024 to April 2024. Budget Transfer number 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Motion? Second?
Second.
Discussion? Discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes unanimously. Donations. Be resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, Board of Education accepts the following donations. 10-foot inflatable basketball, 10-foot inflatable target throwing, 8-foot inflatable skee ball donated by Hoping Makes You Happy, approximate value $108.
Yes, so this is something that last year we ran sort of like carnival games, and Helping Makes You Happy stepped up and donated these. And so we are to accept this and make them available basically to any group in our school that wants to use them. We've already checked liability, all those kind of things, and no issue whatsoever in using these things and making them accessible. So really grateful to Helping Makes You Happy, always great support for school.
Motion?
Cassie.
Second? Discussion, thank you again. We always appreciate anything that helps make the students' experience more enriching. And we hope those will get put to good use and very well. All in favor?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Consent agenda, be resolved. A motion to approve the consent agenda items 10A through 15B. Motion? Second? Discussion? So we have two retirees to recognize.
Yes, we do. So in there, we do have Janice Berry, who's a paraprofessional. Janice has worked in the elementary school and then at the middle school most recently. And one of the things that is always pops out about Janice is her ability to really support kids in a way that leads them to success. So when kids have testing modifications or anything like that, it might appear to be a challenge to sit down for an exam. She always comes in with such a positive mindset that kids believe that they can do anything when they're sitting down, and she's supporting them in taking those assessments. So just an exceptional person that has supported our students with those examinations and done so in a way, in just a beautiful way. And so a beautiful person that we certainly will miss in some way, just what we wish her well in retirement. She has two daughters that are some of us alumni. And she's looking forward to spending something way well. The second retirement is Tommy Tank. Tommy Tank is no stranger to St. Regis. Obviously, we all know Tommy's been a custodial worker for us for many years, for over 20 years now. He started as a groundskeeper, but has been working in building grounds. Tommy is a very unassuming guy. We don't expect him to seek any kind of recognition, that he's an unsung hero in our athletic department, really does everything to support the kids in the high school to make sure that they have what they need to be on the field, ready to play, and prepared. And just probably the biggest supporter of all our sports. And it's interesting because Tommy and I, every time I bump into Tommy, we get into like a 15, 20, half-hour conversation where it starts to talk about the old days when he played football with the Huffs, who are my brothers-in-law. One of whom has passed away, and he talks about those days back when they used to have these battles back and forth, and we're always talking about what my kids are up to, what Jess and everything that they're doing in their family. And it's just, I was, relatively young, so I miss Tommy for that. And just a staple of St. Regis and all our good guys. So I wish him well in retirement.
Yes, all the best to our retirees and thank you for all your service. All in favor?
Yes.
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 Motion passes. General public comment. Okay, so this comment session is for anyone wishing to raise any issues to the board. Anyone? No? Okay. Informational items. Next Board of Education meeting, Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. Policy committee will be at 5:30 p.m. Executive session at 6, and the public session will open at 7 p.m. Location will be in the high school library. Okay. Yes, okay, right. Okay, so motion to move into executive session to discuss negotiations conducted pursuant to the Taylor law involving St. Regis Office Staff Association Union, tenure recommendations, and when we come out of executive session, we will come back to the public, but no action will be taken at that time. Motion to adjourn to executive session. Second.
Second.
All in favor? Yes. Motion passes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Nice meeting you.